guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jhazel, and this is my channel. And I am back with a little car chat today. I just wanted to talk about some things because I haven't done a sit down like a while. I just been throwing vlogs at you guys, and today I really want to talk about some things that I wish I knew in my 20s, because I'm all about making you your best self and just showing you what it is to be just a girl, okay? And so today I want to give some advice for someone who is receptive to the advice, and someone who's in their 20s who just wants to know like things that they can watch out for, because I am one of those people who, even at my big age of I'm only what, 26. I'm 25. I'm 25 or 26. In one of those two, I'm always asking people older than me, and I even take advice from people who are younger than me, like things that they wish that they would have known and done differently. And so I just hope that this video can help shed light on some of the things that I wish I could have done that helped someone else. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is an episode of things I wish I knew in my 20s. Okay, so the first one that I want to start off with is, your college years and your 20s are meant to be broke, but there are exceptions to the rules. I feel like this one was so important to me because I am someone who, when you're in your 20s, you always think like, oh my God, everybody around me got their own apartment. They got Hellcat, Scat Packs, that pack, this pack. All these things, like, they just, nowadays it's even worse because you have social media and everybody's like trying to date a rapper or trying to look like they date a rapper. But your 20s are meant for you to be broke, okay? And I wish somebody would have told me that, because even as I'm 25, 20, and I'm still fairly new in my career, you're still going to be broke. Like, even your first job, you can always be making more money, okay? Like, you can always be making more money. But your 20s are meant to be broke, and the reason why you're supposed to be broke in your 20s is because I think during your time in your 20s, you really learn how to survive in survival mode, right? Like, I feel like if you didn't grow up with parents who were already like in survival mode, your 20s are meant for you to figure out how do you, for you to figure out a plan on how to survive in any type of storm. Like in college, right? You don't have a lot of money, but you want to go to homecoming, or you need to eat this week. Like, those are the ways that you figure out, how do I make some money? How do I, how do I take control of my life and get to the points that I need to get to? So that's why I say your 20s are meant for you being broke. Even when you get your first job and stuff like that, you can get your first job, make enough money to own an apartment, and that's it. Like, you may not have enough money to live. So I always say that I feel like I am surviving and not thriving, right? Like, I am just trying to meet my basic needs. And I feel like that is what your 20s are. You are just trying to meet your basic needs, and you're just trying to get acclimated with this world and what adulting really is. Because truthfully, no one can prepare you for being an adult. And no one can, honestly, the skills that you learn with your parents, like living with them, even if you like came from a low income or all that, that is just the basics, right? And that is just when they have their job and they have children. No one teaches you the basics of surviving in college with no money if you're a first time generation college student. Nobody talks to you about financial aid. So there's just so many different things. So like I said, you're broke. No one's going to, there are exceptions to the rule. There's some people who start YouTube, start content creations, and they make buku money. And you can always turn your 20s from being broke to being rich. But what I will say is, if you are just a regular 20-year-old, just out here just trying to figure out life, your 20s are for you to make mistakes. Your 20s are for you to be broke, okay? This is the time where you figure out how to meet your basic necessity needs, how to get it out the mud. This is just it. It's the starvation in your 20s that really makes for a good 30s and 40s. I truly believe, from the advice that I've seen and the way that my life is going. I feel like the hard work you put in your 20s, whether that's college, whether that's just trades, anything, I feel like that is your survival mode. Those are the things. This is the foundation for what you are to become. Everybody, we always start, you start at the bottom, now started at the bottom, now I'm here. It's always like that. No one always starts at the top. And I feel like the people who start at the top, they end up making mistakes that are for the public instead of people who are just regular 20-year-olds who start out at the bottom. They get to make their mistakes in private and they get to come out on the top being more perfect, if that makes sense. So that's just what I want to say. That's my first one. Hopefully that makes sense. The second one that I want to say is people will hate you because they wish they had made different choices in their 20s. Some people got married, some people had children young, or got consumed by others' expectation or wasted time in chasing others. So, one thing I would tell you is, I will always tell always thankful to myself is having a clear vision for what I want for my life, right? Like, I got so much advice from other people, like, oh, I need to go to college, oh, I need to do this, oh, I need to be making more money, but at the end of the day, you have to drown out all the noise and realize that what do you want for your life? At the end of the day, when those people die and when those people, move away, no one lives with the choices that you will make for your life. So let's say someone's in your ear talking about, you need to take this job, and you take the job and you hate it. They don't have to deal with that. You do. So always do what's best for you and what you want to do, okay? Don't listen to other people, because at the end of the day, whether you do what they told you to do and you make great money and it's amazing, or whether you don't do what you want to, they're still gonna hate you. They're still not gonna like you. Like, at the end of the day, people are not gonna like you because you are because one, you're either making better choices than they did, or two, because they hate their life and they want you to hate your life. It's just that simple, really. Misery does love company, and I say, as a 20-year-old, a lot of times 20-year-olds show up as this vibrant spirit. They just have this fresh outlook on life. They are still young. World has not, for some 20-year-olds, the world has not consumed their ability to dream, their ability to want, their ability to strive. And people will hate that when they have not, when they are in miserable situations, okay? And as someone who has experienced this so many times, this is something I just truly want to stress to younger 20-year-olds. Do what makes you happy. Always do what makes you happy. It should always be what makes me happy and then everybody else. What makes me happy and everybody else. At the end of the day, I have to live with these decisions. I have to live with that regret if I don't make the decisions I want to make. You have to do what's best for you and what you want to do. At the end of the day, and then you have to realize that some people are trying to make you make a horrible decision because they are miserable. Always remember that. Is this person, first of all, I always say, if I can't trade places with that person, I'm not taking advice from that person. And second of all, I have to ask myself, is this coming from a place of misery, or does this person really want me to do well, right? Because if this person hates their life, wish that they had went after that, either that person can speak life into you, or they can try to deter you so that you can be like them, and so that we can both be miserable together, right? So at the end of the day, people are gonna hate you. People are gonna hate you and it doesn't even have to be like you decide that I'm gonna pursue this career that I want to do, right? It could be as simple as, I'm just a single woman living my life. I'm young, turnt, and having fun. I'm a young hot ebony and I'm having fun, right? People are gonna hate you if they are in a miserable marriage. If they got married young and they didn't get to follow through with their dreams. You get what I'm saying? Like, the misery could be rooted in so many different aspects. I've had some people be mad at me because I'm young, I don't have any children, and my favorite saying is, I don't have any children, like, I don't have anything tying me down, like, I can live life. Like I said, I'm a young turn hot ebony, right?